Sweet 16 from the Fort Worth 1 Regional. This team undefeated this season and looking to continue by Capital One. We talked about Grant and Harris in the open, but Salo as well is important.
That AZ Fudge shoots 50% from the floor, 45% from the three-point line. Look, it's not like she just shoots layups.
And off the mark.
She went away from being that three-point shooting team and said, win your matchups. Against UConn, you got to score whenever possible. Lady Grant looking
for North Carolina, 28-7 this season, 14-4 in ACC play, most wins in 13 years in league play streak. Fudd finds Williams, no, but the offensive rebound, and Fudd puts it back up. And they do it differently, but they just continue to reload on the break. Here's Navarre. The putback up and in from Nyla Harris, the senior.
Battle to control the paint.
Off the mark, both teams. Just Lothian, Virginia, who's just risen to the occasion this NCAA tournament and is going to remain with the Tar Heels.
2021.
Fudd over to Arnold. Great connection between those two. A good look, but won't go down. This offense to help to distribute to all the playmakers on the floor. The defender falls down. Quinones keeps going. As that one is blocked by Sarah Strong. Look at her run the floor as well, keeping her eyes up. AZ Fudd finds Strong. That connection ever so
play in the fourth quarter. So she's getting that done and getting it done quick.
Stolen away by KK on, blocked from behind.
First quarter for the Waves, understanding it's us, stick together.
Well, I love that. Thanks so much, Angel. And right now they are helping to quail these.
It's us. That shows me a sign of individual accountability.
And part of that great leadership, India Navarre, who Fudd with two along with Strong and Quinones. And 4 points now, who tied a career high with 34 points, 8 threes in that win over Syracuse as they rolled over the Orange. And Quinones gets her own rebound. Huskies control it. They try to get into Sarah Strong. She collects it. No. Offensive rebound. Lips off. Elena Arnisalo in the ball game. 17 in Tar Heel blue as India Navarre have it. Shade for three. No. Arnisalo transferred from UCLA, played against UConn last year. Inside to Harris, and Harris pulled up. Played 8 seasons in the NFL with the Vikings and the Giants, did Robert Harris. Too Strong from three. Final shot of the opening quarter, and Arnisalo sees it rim off with that English. Fudd from beyond half court. And no good, but the leading the nation in field goal percentage, shooting 22% from the floor so far. What a move the Hezzy there, but Fudd can't finish at the rim. Championships and Final Fours, you got to give the refs some love. It's a tough job.
Thanks, Tiff.
Boy, the side, Shade looking. First action from Allie Zabel. Good friends with Sarah Strong. Strong, an excellent competitor. We've talked about just the way that she's continued to lead the team, and now she starts. Gina Oriema has talked about just her potential in this UConn program and where she may finish when it's all said and done, as bodying up underneath to equate just how this 6'2" forward is muscling her way through and finesse at the same. Back to Strong. She's got the last 6 points for UConn. Gets a little separation and just does that. The 15. Totally agree. But AZ Fudd is projected to be the #1 overall pick in this WNBA draft upcoming next month. 7:30, and then the nightcap off by Duke LSU coming your way. Hey, 4th straight Sweet 16. Less than 4 minutes to go in the half. And UConn, after trailing by a point in that first Quieres, 26 for the Tar Heels over the Navarre. KK Arnold, who loves to feed off the energy of Fudd and Strong, among other teammates. And just Arnold tried to get it over, but no, stolen away by India Navarre. Known for those quick swipes and coming back the other way. And it's a three-point ball game, advantage UConn. Points on 50% shooting for Sarah Strong. And Blanca Quiñones.
1 of 7 from the floor tonight.
Strong hits 1 of 2. Huskies convert once again. And again, it's been a compared to just 4 for the rest of her team in this quarter. Grant. She's got to get going, and again, Quiñones, boy, 1 of 7 shooting from the floor. We'll see if she'll turn it around here in the final 2 quarters.
I'm checking out whether
Biting on the multiple actions towards the rim. They have to be disciplined in that, but also, she said Sarah Strong got going. They are using her on more on and off ball screens.
First, and Ashlyn Shade at the line for the Huskies.
be interested for 24 of UConn's 28 points.
Well, you heard Drea and Janae talking about just looks inside. Nyla Harris collected 4 points, offensive foul.
Points.
Double team over to Navarre. They're gonna meet. And from long range, neither team shooting the ball particularly well from beyond the arc. And Fudd takes it baseline. Sarah Strong bringing the ball up the floor. Finds Williams, and Williams is fouled.
And she's late, and that's where Easy Fudd was able to score.
And Sarah Williams at the line. Trying to continue this run for UConn, winning 52 games straight entering to the
North Carolina are three-point threats.
And the steal picked up by Sarah Strong. In transition, the bucket.
At their best.
And in the first quarter, it was...
You had Michaela Bright struggled in the first half, but the second half turned it up, but it was a full game. Nice cut by KK Arnold, but it was a face-up game. Everything in it just at the rim. She could shoot it as well.
They'll take on Minnesota. That's coming your way. We heard Gino talk earlier this season about the importance as that one pushed in by Nyla Harris. Remember, you think about it, they're top 10 in that statistical category every year. They lead the nation once again this year.
And it's a different group. Now, KK Arnold is the ringleader in this, but they're all together. And Gino talks about when they go to dinner, it's not a clique of just because you've assembled a great deal of talent that it's just going to work. But there's a chemistry off the court that you have to have.
Was not expected.
Well, I think it's a player like KK Arnold that had to play. She was coming in as a reserve off the bench down the line, but waited her turn back to that point guard.
Strong, decisive move to the hoop. Do that.
You can see that competitive determination in Sarah Strong.
Well, Saturday coming into this UConn program, and she continues to rack up the accolade. And Salo out to Hall. 2 points this afternoon.
And she and Lainey Grant.
That was We saw this North Carolina team really claw and fight their way through the second round. Outscored the Tar Heels 18-5 in this quarter alone. 7 to go on the shot clock. Trying to work her way through. And just losing the handle, and another undefeated season for Yukon. 52 straight wins for this program. And they are less than 10 minutes away from punching a ticket to their 30th Elite Eight.
To be the most outstanding player of last year's Final Four, and now playing the way that she is now.
Oh my goodness, she was just on your healthiest career of the season after being, as you mentioned, riddled with injuries the first two, as the nice pass inside to Jen.
You want to leave it with a cherry on top.
And I think the question that we asked coming on was,
if you can out-rebound them and finish layups inside, you give yourself a chance.
Deep into the shot clock, and Quinones, the Tar Heels, the block there, and now let's see if they can convert into points as Nyla Harris with a nice on. Single digits to work with. And Navarre steals it away. Navarre, who started the game much that way, second in the eighth.
Not only do you have to game plan to how to slow down Lauren Betts offensively, you got to figure out how you got to score over 6-7 when she's on defense.
Category is Fudd looking inside. Williams off 1 foot, no.
Over the floor.
Another steal, and things starting to fall apart for the Tar Heels as a reverse layup for Sarah Strong for the AP first team All-American. A quick release there for Toomey, no. A sophomore and that good, and when Gina Oriema has talked about her, she could finish on the Mount Rushmore of UConn. For Vanderbilt, for more, let's send it over to Angel.
Well, it's so interesting that you talk about Sarah Strong being such a star. She tries to avoid the spotlight, even though more Diana out of you.
Well, but he also likened her to Diana, of saying that the best player doesn't have to take all the shots. When Diana came in, she had great.
Brianna, I mean, that is just the tradition that is Paige. And now Sarah is trying to etch her name in that history. Dunmore, PA. 1.4 to go on the shot clock, and quickly in a great out-of-bounds play. Gets a round of applause from the audience, but you think about these seniors, you look at India Navarre, who has,
and she produced.
Ducharme and Caroline Ducharme off the mark, just to let you know, for North Carolina. And the Yukon standard remains firmly intact. The Huskies keep dancing and punch the 30th time in program history. The career night for India Navarre, not enough. Easy Fudd and the #1 overall seed, Yukon.
Yukon now 53 wins.